Imagine a single seed buried in darkness with no food, no light, no help. And yet, it grows. It pushes through soil, reaches for the sun, flowers, fruits, and dies on schedule. No brain, no nervous system, just chemistry. Today, we crack open the most fascinating chapter of Class 11 biology, plant growth and development. And at the end of this video, you will own every single neat question this chapter throws at you. First, what exactly is growth? NEAT defines it as an irreversible, permanent increase in size. The key word is irreversible. A balloon inflating is not growth, but a root tip elongating, that is. Growth can be measured by fresh weight, dry weight, length, cell number, and this is a favorite MCQ area. Now, growth follows an S-shaped curve, also called the sigmoid curve. It starts slow in the lag phase, then explodes in the log or exponential phase, then slows as resources deplete. Remember this curve. It appears in NEAT almost every year.
Let's zoom into the root tip, a classic NEAT MCQ territory. There are 3 zones. Zone 1 is the meristematic zone, packed with small, rapidly dividing cells. This is where mitosis is happening constantly. Zone 2 is the elongation zone. Cells here don't divide, they stretch. Vacuoles absorb water, pushing the cell walls outward. And Zone 3, the maturation zone, is where cells finally specialize. Root hair cells form here. NEAT often asks, which zone has the largest cells? Answer, zone of maturation.
Now we hit the heart of this chapter, plant growth regulators, or PGRs. There are 5 major ones, and NEAT loves all of them. First, auxin, primarily IAA, discovered by Wendt using oat coleoptile. It causes cell elongation and is responsible for apical dominance. The tip suppresses lateral buds. Second, gibberellins. These cause bolting in rosette plants and help break dormancy in seeds. Third, cytokinins, discovered by Miller as kinetin. They promote cell division and delay leaf senescence, the Richmond-Lang effect. Fourth, ABA, the stress hormone. It closes stomata during drought and induces seed dormancy. And fifth, ethylene, the only gaseous PDR. It ripens fruits and causes the triple response in pea seedlings. Learn all 5. At least 3 to 4 NEAT marks come from here alone. Let's burn the discovery facts into your memory. These are direct MCQ gold. Auxin was discovered by F.W. Wendt using the Avena oat coleoptile experiment. Gibberellin was found by Kurosawa studying the Bakane disease of rice, where infected seedlings grew abnormally tall, the foolish seedling disease. Cytokinin was isolated by Miller from herring sperm DNA, yes, fish sperm, and named kinetin. ABA is called both the stress hormone and dormin. And ethylene's triple response, inhibition of elongation, swelling of the axis, and horizontal growth was first studied by Nellubo. Use this trick. Wendt, Kurosawa, Miller, stress, Nellubo. Say it 5 times right now. Next, seed dormancy and germination. Seeds don't germinate immediately, they wait. Dormancy is maintained by ABA, hard seed coats, or an immature embryo. To break dormancy, plants use gibberellin or external treatments like scarification, scratching the seed coat, or stratification, cold treatment. Now, 2 critical concepts. Vernalization is the exposure of a plant to prolonged cold to induce flowering. Think of wheat needing a cold winter before flowering in spring. And photoperiodism is a plant's response to the relative duration of light and darkness. Long day plants like wheat and spinach flower when nights are short. Short day plants like tobacco and soybean flower when nights are long. Day neutral plants like tomato don't care. NEAT will test you on specific examples every time. Here's where this chapter goes from class 11 to competitive exam level. Phytochrome. It's a photoreceptor pigment, a chromoprotein that detects light. It exists in two interconvertible forms. PR absorbs red light at 660 nanometers and converts to PFR. PFR absorbs far red light at 730 nanometers and converts back to PR. PFR is the active form. It promotes flowering in long day plants and inhibits it in short day plants. In darkness, PFR slowly reverts back to PR. This is a direct NEET question. They'll give you wavelengths and ask you which form is active. PFR. Always PFR. And that is day 15 completely conquered. Let's do the 30-second mega recall. Growth is irreversible and follows a sigmoid curve. The three zones of the root tip: meristematic, elongation, maturation. 5 PGRs: auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, ABA, and ethylene, the only gaseous one. Photoperiodism classifies plants as LDP, STP, or day neutral. Vernalization uses cold to trigger flowering. And phytochrome, PR to PFR under red light, PFR is your active form. Download the notes from the link below, drop your doubts in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 16, breathing and exchange of gases. Don't stop now, the rank you want is one chapter away.